What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I'm about to get ready for the Millionaire Morning Show. But I had to drop some thoughts on you guys like I always do because I vlog every day and I try to bring you and immerse you into my life. Isn't it funny how when we hold men accountable that it's just making sure that we get our guys together, taking care of business, being on top of things and everything like that. But when it comes to women, right? When I start to hold women accountable, it's an entirely different conversation. It even goes into accusations of women bashing, and I find that offensive. I absolutely find that offensive. And the reason why I find that offensive is because I think that women are voluntarily ignorant, meaning that they know better, they know what's best for them, but even with that, they still choose wrong. It's the same situation as far as the men that they date. Men know exactly what women want and what's best for them, but we choose to lie to them in relationships. And obviously this isn't applying to me, but I'm talking about men in general. So I'm talking to the majority, not the minority. We lie to them because we understand that that's the thing. And often at times they get the best results in the immediate term, right? Not long term, because if you want the best long-term results, then you're going to be honest with yourself and you're going to be real with the people around you. But men understand that. Men also understand that we're going to be held accountable regardless of what happens. But here's the key. It's if you look at social media, right, and you say, okay, why are certain men still being even paid attention to, even though we know that women know that they're finessing them and telling them what they want to hear? We've seen this happen with multiple different guys, including the Derrick Jacksons, and we see it happening with Umar Johnson. If we just want to be honest and transparent, I mean, listen, let's stop mincing words and let's just start being real and telling the truth about what it is that we're dealing with on a regular basis, right? We see this happening across the board. How do we know this? I recently had a conversation with somebody, and one of the things I told them is that, hey man, the reason why you saying the things that you saying is because you understand your demographic. You know that the majority of the people that follow you are of a certain demographic, and so as a result, that's why you speak to the things that you speak to. When you don't tell them the truth, the only thing you tell them is what they want to hear. And they admitted it because they know that it's right. But here's the other part of it though, right? Women know that men lie to them. They know that men pander to them. So if they can pander to you and then tell you what you want to hear, and you don't get the results, but they continue to be successful as a result of it, why wouldn't men continue to pander to you, aka lie to you? Conversely, if somebody meets you with love and they hold you accountable because they want the best for you, you then reject that and you say that that's a negative thing. Everything is backwards. Do you hear what I'm saying? If a guy holds you accountable in love, can have the results, can be living that life, absolutely be supporting the majority of the women that's around him, because all of the people that's around him that work for them are women, girl dad, married a black woman, actually a reflection of what it is that they want to see in society, they reject that. But if a guy actually tells them what they want to hear and they can know it, as a matter of fact, isn't it funny how women intuition only works when it's something that they don't want to hear or something that they don't feel like makes them feel good? But women intuition is working beautifully. It's working just fine when somebody is pandering to them and telling them what they want to hear, right? It's not working all of a sudden. But that's why guys lie to you. If you want to know why guys lie, because women always say that they want to know the truth, they want to hear the truth, they want you to tell them the truth and all of this stuff. That's why men lie to you, because they know that it's a zero-sum game. It's a zero-sum game either way, because we just know inherently, in general, that whatever it is that we do, we're going to be held accountable for our actions. But on the flip side, a lot of them, unfortunately, would rather take the results now and then just leave you for the streets than sitting here telling you the truth and have to deal with the repercussions anyway, because they're going to catch hell anyway. They're going to suffer anyway. We know that inherently we out here by ourselves, and I'll go into that in another video, maybe later on today. But we know we in this game by ourselves. We know that the value that we bring is all based off of transactional. We know that, women's love is conditional to a larger extent. And that's not all women, obviously, so I'm not talking to all women. But we know that a woman's love is conditional. And so we eat that. We take that L and we build upon it and we build ourselves. And so we focus more on ourselves. And then any woman that comes into our life that actually is shooting in the gym with us or add value into our lives, they then become the beneficiary of our greatness. But we don't want to be pandered to. We don't want to be lied to. The only thing that we want is the truth and loyalty. That's largely what men require. We'll deal with and we'll compromise on pretty much everything else, but we want that loyalty and we want the truth, right? We want something that's real. We want people that's real around us because we know that anything that's not real around us can ultimately be our demise. You know, we got to know what we're dealing with when we're dealing with it, even if we know it's worse for us, because then we can prepare for it and we can make adjustments along the way. And that's why men need to suffer so that they'll know what they need to go through, and they can see the eyes of a chameleon. They can deal with whatever it is that comes along with it. But women, forever, for the rest of their life, they'll just be pandered to. They want to be lied to because they focus more on feeling good instead of the results. So we know that it's obviously bad for a child to be raised in a single parent household. Yet we see women that continue to submit themselves to and subject themselves to content that's not best for them, that then pander to their feelings instead of holding them accountable so that their daughters and their sons and the people that come after them and all of their friends can have better results. And that's how ignorant we are. We are voluntarily ignorant to where our ladies would rather be lied to than told the truth. And the minute that you start telling them the truth, then you start becoming a basher, regardless of the results, regardless of what you do, regardless of how it is that you feed into the community, any of that. But that's why I don't focus on people. The only thing I do is I focus on the truth. I'm more focused on adding value. And if my message just so happens to hit a certain demographic of people, ironically enough, I'm starting to reach out to, well, not reach out to, but reach. My reach is starting to extend to more women because women are hitting me up and like, yo, you know what? The minute that I got out of my emotions and I started paying attention to what you're saying and applying it to my life, I started getting better results. So that's what we do it for. It just so happens to be, because people say, well, Anton, your audience, if I look at your comments, it seems like it's a majority of men. Well, that's because men actually want growth. A lot of men want, now there are some men that live in their femininity and they was raised by their mama, and so it take them a little bit longer in order for them to get themselves together and say, oh, okay, well, you know what, I need to do things differently, or I need to get better results or whatever like that. And so, we gonna deal with that. That's just what comes with the game. So those are the dudes that's gonna simp. They're going to turn into the dudes that's bothered. They're going to, want to fight you just because you held women accountable because, they got with a single baby mama or whatever like that. But that's not my problem. I'm not here, again, to make people feel good. I'm here to get to the results and make sure that I leave this earth in a better space had I not been here. So when you see people that spend all of their time pandering and they don't have no truth whatsoever, or they mix a little bit of truth in there so that it makes them seem like they authentic, watch out for those kind. Those are the people that you're going to have to be careful around. Those are not the people that can add value into your life. Those are the people that's going to lie to you, pander to you. And if you don't have any more value to them, then they're going to switch up and they're going to go and pander to somebody else because they're using you. They're not adding value into your life. They're using you. And you don't see it, do you? You think that everything is all good. You think that everything is making sense. You think that this is the thing that's best for you. Somebody that tells you what you want to hear? Well, listen, I want you to keep doing that, and we're going to figure it out from there. And the results speaks for themselves. Look at the results of the people that pander to you, and then look at the results of the people that tell you the truth. That should help you to really understand what you're dealing with. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope everything work out for you.